We can't actually get any further in this because of the skegs rubbing on the bottom. Good afternoon, and it's about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. We lost count really, but we've come to Wittersley, which is just outside Peterborough, and we're going to do part of the Wittersley Dyke. So we've come to Wittersley Bridge, and we're going to just potter on along this dyke for about 2 miles, 4 furlongs, and then make our way back. It's a journey of a couple of hours really. So we'll see how we get on. There's a map there that I downloaded from Canal AC. If you do these routes, then you really need to purchase this book, which is Fenland Waterways, because things like Pearson's don't actually cover this area. So I had to send for this, and it's got all of the middle levels, and it's published by the Inland Waterways Association. So I recommend getting that if you're going to do this area. Got my dad with me. Say hello. So the first thing we're going underneath is a road bridge. Behind us is a lock, so we actually got in at a lock landing. I parked the car just before this bridge on, I think it's Bank Close, so it's free parking there. It did say on Go Paddling that there was a launch slope, but we didn't find it. So it was easier just to get in on the lock landing. Just before we got set up, there was a narrowboat that came along and went up the lock. So it is used, but I think it's quite quiet. A little bit like when we did the Foss Dyke, it's got high banks to it, so visibility of the countryside is going to be limited, I think, to just looking at the banks. So we're not going to go too far because we can't see much of the surrounding scenery. We're coming up to a railway bridge. A train went over this just a few minutes ago, and I think this is a train line that serves Peterborough. Are we okay in the engine room?
Yeah, fine.
The weather today is just a little bit inclement. We did have quite a deluge on the way here, and then it cleared up and it was brilliant sunshine. But it's just getting a little bit dark again over Bill's mother's on this side, and it's starting to rain a bit, so yeah, we need another bridge fairly quickly. Oh, there's a little cruiser here moored up, yeah. There are some markers on this side here. I don't know what they are. The last one was 280, this is 279. Do you think that's about 10 metres between them? 10? I don't know. If anybody knows what they are, please let us know in the comments below. Oh, and it is raining now.
Yeah.
There's a tree coming up, we're aiming for that. I think these are the bottom end of people's gardens. Very nice, got some little summer houses and things. Good place to chill out with a beer. I just want to stay over on the starboard side. There's nothing coming and there's nothing around here, so I'll just keep us out of the rain a little bit. It's actually quite pretty, isn't it, amongst all these willow trees. And there's a narrow boat moored up just in front of us, and another bridge. I believe this is a Turning Tree Road Bridge. I think that is in need of some tender loving care. This dike is obviously right in the heart of the fenland, and if you could see over the high bank here, you would just be able to see fields and fields for miles and miles. It's really flat. We've actually covered quite a lot of water quite quickly, I think. Okay, we're going to go as far as Angle Bridge. That was my goal, really. So the next bridge, I think, after this one, is it? Yeah. There is a walk. Sorry? Oh, there's a narrowboat coming up. Oh, wow, action. There is a walk on the side of us. It's called the Hereward Way. Obviously, reference to Hereward the Wake, who was an outlaw that was supposed to live in these parts of the fenland. And I make a reference to him in my vlog about the village at the end of the Ashby Canal. There's a connection with him there as well. Hereward the Wake, also known as Hereward the Outlaw or Hereward the Exile, was an Anglo-Saxon nobleman and a leader of local resistance to the Norman conquest of England. His base when leading the rebellion against the Norman rulers was the Isle of Ely in eastern England. According to legend, he roamed the Fens, which nowadays covers the parts of the modern counties of Cambridgeshire, Lincolnshire and Norfolk, leading popular opposition to William the Conqueror. You can just see a wind turbine ahead. There are loads and loads of wind turbines and wind farms in this area. I've actually got some quite nice blue sky up there. We are keeping up with that tractor. We are actually coming up towards a junction, which is the junction of the Bevil's Lean and the 20-foot river at Angled Junction. I guess it's called Angled Junction because it's on an angle. So that is our sort of halfway point where we'll turn round and speed back. That's where we've come from. That's where we're going. So that's the Hereward Way at the side here. These tall poplar trees are a common feature in this landscape. They put them around buildings to act as a windbreak. Yeah, we can just see the bridge coming up, and it is raining quite hard now, so just trying to get there. So this is the junction coming up. And we've got a waterway coming off onto our side here. That's the no-through route, and that side is the 20-foot drain. So we don't want to go down the drain. And then ahead of us is the bridge there at angle turn. So we could actually turn here if we wanted to. Yeah, we'll turn here because it's a nice bridge here, look. Turn here. Looking a bit inclement over on this side now. So we just make our way back?
Yeah, sure.
Out in stormy weather, I might have the blues, but nothing ever stopped me from dusting off my shoes. You might think you'll see me falling to the ground, but I threw up my umbrella when rain stops hitting town. Yeah! On a bad day, on a good day, I don't need no sunshine, 'cause I'm dancing with the rain. You will see me running, thinking I might be insane. I don't need no sunshine, you keep me going strong. I just need my happy face to keep me moving on. Looking out the window, reflecting who I am. No one ever stopped me, not even Uncle Sam. Life might be a struggle, life might be a fight, but I am here to show the world that I can make it right. On a bad day, on a good day, on a bad day, rain keeps raining.
Right, so we've just pulled into this drain really. We've managed to get the front end of the kayak in, so I'm dry. But if you turn around and look at the engine room, they're alright, but they've actually got a coat, luxury of a coat, so we're just going to sit this out because it is actually raining quite heavily. In the meantime, we'll examine the brickwork. Yeah. Very convenient now. We can't actually get any further in this because of the skegs rubbing on the bottom. So we've now come to a patch of beautiful sunshine. It's really hot. We're just making our way back to the beginning. How's the engine room doing?
Tired.
Tired?
Look, tired and very wet.
Wet and tired.
No, I'm alright. Drying off now.
I must say these dry suits are very good, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've seen quite a few comments lately on one or two of the Facebook pages. People asking what people wear when they're doing this kayaking, and there've been various answers. Some people saying that they just go out in this kind of weather, they go out in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. Other people will have a dry suit. I'm certainly glad today that we decided to wear the dry suits. They do get quite warm, but when we were in that deluge, you know, it could have been quite cold, but the suits did keep us warm, so I was quite pleased with them. There is quite a current going against us. I think there was quite a bywash, wasn't there, at the lock that we started at. It was almost like a waterfall, wasn't it, sort of coming down there. And we're working against the wind a little bit, I think. But I've really enjoyed this paddle out because, you know, it's different when you get caught out in the rain, deciding what you have to do and how you're going to manage it. It's an adventure. Which is what my channel is all about, the boating adventure. I think with this kind of landscape and this very, very straight piece of waterway, you don't feel as though you're actually making any progress. So you need to focus on something on the bank. There hasn't been a tremendous amount of water birds, have there really? No. I saw a duck. Possibly a coot or a moorhen. I couldn't see well enough to see what it was. And that's been about it really. There's been a few birds of prey, but not an awful lot on the water. You can see just ahead there's some quite dark clouds again, and it is raining over there. You can see the see the rain coming down. So we might have to cover up again in a minute. I'm actually wearing a pair of trousers around my shoulders, which is quite useful. Yes, definitely a current. So if you stop paddling, you're not really moving. I think it's just one of those days if you're unfortunate enough to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're going to get wet. It's called British weather, yes. Hiya.
Having much luck? No. This is under cover if it rains again.
It's been a bit wet. Right, white water record.
You got the rope ready?